Now to the latest video out of the Galleria Mall. It's going viral. It involved a suspect who police say jumped from the second floor and landed in the skating rink. Happened Sunday. A shopper posted this video to social media. It shows a man lying on the ice. His legs appear to be injured. And police tell us security was chasing a shoplifting suspect when he jumped from the second floor. He was taken to the hospital and charges are pending.
Today, we're exposing something truly sickening. Not just a lack of empathy, but an active, cruel delight in exploiting human suffering. We're talking about a man who has no respect for life, no care for dignity, only for money, clout, and his own selfish gain. At Houston's Galleria Mall, a man made a desperate leap from the second floor to the ice rink below. The injuries he suffered were severe. Legs twisted painfully, his body helpless on the cold ice. This was a moment screaming for compassion, for help, for privacy. But instead of concern, Rich Lux saw dollar signs. Instead of sympathy, he saw views and clicks. Rich Lux, a toxic presence on social media, who doesn't earn followers but buys them. Fake numbers masking how truly reviled he is. When Rich Lux posted a close-up video of the man's broken, twisted legs, zoomed in on the worst injuries, it wasn't to raise awareness or support. It was to exploit, to mock, to shock. And worse, his commentary was vile.
Somebody jumped at the Houston Galleria Mall. Somebody just jumped. Let me show you. Okay, so this is the Houston Galleria Mall's Rich Lux here. Check this out. So now it's cleaned up. There's nobody there. But can you imagine jumping from here down there? Like, honestly, what was going through your mind? Now, some people were saying that he stole a t-shirt and was running from the police. Somebody said that he was on something and wanted to see if he could fly. Regardless, this is ice. That's straight up ice, bruh. Like, Houston? What is going on, bro? There's literally right in front of Prada, right in front of Gucci and Louis Vuitton and Chanel. What are you doing? Like, this doesn't make any... You could have landed on somebody, bro. Houston, when people say Houston is not a real place, Houston is not a real place. Like, nobody works. Everybody's content creators, TikTok live streamers. It's insane out here, bro. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. This is Rich Lux with the hottest celebrity news and gossip on TikTok. Made it this far in the video, drop a heart emoji in the chat.
Rich Lux didn't just post the disturbing video without compassion. He doubled down when confronted. Someone in the comments asked, "Why would you post this?" Expressing disbelief and concern over sharing such painful content. Instead of empathy or an apology, Rich Lux responded with a laugh, dismissing the concern by saying, "Some days you will like my content, and some days you won't." This chilling reply reveals everything about him. A person who not only lacks empathy, but revels in provoking and offending. He treats human suffering like entertainment, indifferent to the real pain behind the footage. He rattled off names, Prada, Louis Vuitton, and other luxury brands, not in awe, but as if the real tragedy was these expensive stores being disrupted. He sneered, right in front of Prada, implying the man was selfish, an inconvenience to the mall's polished, luxurious image.
Literally right in front of Prada, right in front of Gucci and Louis Vuitton and Chanel. What are you doing?
Not a word about the man's agony. Not a single thought about the life in peril beneath him. Just a heartless, materialistic jab revealing the depths of Rich Lux's callousness. To him, a broken human being is just background decoration for a luxury ad. This twisted obsession with wealth and status over human life reveals a cold, nasty monster lurking behind the screen. Rich Lux thrives on misery. His every post is designed to stir outrage, grab clicks, and line his pockets. He doesn't care about people. He cares only about himself, his money, his fame, his hollow success. But cruelty and greed aren't the only things Rich Lux should be worried about. He desperately needs to focus on his own health. He photoshops himself to appear skinny, hiding the truth that he is the complete opposite. Even while filming himself at the mall, including in the video of the man who jumped, he used filters to mask how old and unhealthy he truly looks. This obsession to appear thin is a desperate attempt to project an image he doesn't have. Yet, he shows zero care for actually taking care of his health. He pours all his energy into hateful stalking, nasty videos, and exploiting others online while neglecting the one person he should care for: himself. Rich Lux needs to focus on improving his health and weight before spreading hatred and cruelty. The impact of Rich Lux's cruelty, what this says about social media. What makes this so dangerous isn't just one man's cruelty, it's the system that rewards it. In today's social media landscape, creators like Rich Lux are incentivized to be as outrageous and insensitive as possible. Algorithms reward clicks, shares, outrage. Humanity gets trampled beneath the pursuit of virality. This creates a vicious cycle. Creators push boundaries, sacrificing empathy and dignity for views. And audiences, addicted to drama, feed the beast. People called him out, for good reason. Comments like, "Why would you film this? This isn't entertainment. You have zero empathy. This isn't drama to exploit. Take this disgusting video down immediately. You're not a journalist. You're a predator. Stop photoshopping yourself. Go on a diet and be real. You're a cruel, nasty person." These words capture the widespread disgust with his actions. It's a rare moment where social media users united against cruelty and exploitation. Why does Rich Lux do this? Because he is a predator feeding off pain. His followers aren't genuine. He buys them to inflate his image. His engagement is fake, manufactured. His controversies are scripted. Each tragedy he exploits is a transaction, attention for cash. He has no regard for the damage he causes, to victims, to viewers, to society. His soul is weighed down only by greed. Rich Lux is not merely disliked. His presence in the social media world is marked by something far stronger, far darker. He is despised. This is not the kind of disdain born from petty jealousy or mere disagreement over opinions. No, this is a visceral repulsion rooted in his actions and the values he represents. Rich Lux embodies the worst facets of clout culture, a culture that prizes shock over substance, cruelty over compassion, and spectacle over sincerity. He is the very definition of a predator, a mean, nasty monster who weaponizes tragedy and human suffering for his personal gain. Every post, every video, every exploitative share is a calculated move designed to stir outrage, boost his metrics, and fatten his bank account. He shows no remorse, no empathy, no concern for the real lives he tramples on in his relentless pursuit of attention. The man at Houston's Galleria was not a story to be told with care or respect. He was a prop, a means to an end. That reveals a profound absence of humanity. People don't just criticize Rich Lux's content, they recoil from his very character. He is often called the ugliest human alive, not for his physical appearance, but for the coldness of his heart. The cruelty he spreads is like a poison, infecting those who witness it and leaving a trail of hurt and outrage wherever he goes. His greed blinds him, his selfishness isolates him, and his cruelty defines him. Rich Lux has become a symbol of everything toxic and destructive about modern social media, a cautionary tale about what happens when a person chooses fame and money over dignity and kindness. Broader implications what Rich Lux represents. Rich Lux's actions and attitude are not anomalies. They are symptoms of a much larger, more troubling cultural illness. He is a product of an environment where fame is more valuable than kindness, where clout is prioritized over care, and where money can buy influence regardless of the cost to others. In today's digital landscape, the lines between ethical content creation and exploitation are dangerously blurred. The platforms that host creators like Rich Lux often reward the most sensational, the most shocking, and the most divisive content with the greatest visibility and monetary gain. This creates a vicious cycle that encourages cruelty and discourages empathy. Rich Lux's rise is a warning sign, a stark indicator of what happens when society normalizes and even celebrates this kind of behavior. It forces us to ask uncomfortable questions. What kind of world rewards cruelty? What kind of audience cheers for exploitation? And what kind of future are we creating if we continue down this path? This isn't just about one man. It's about a cultural shift where the quest for likes and shares often trumps basic human decency. Rich Lux is the manifestation of that shift, a dark mirror held up to the values we have embraced or allowed to flourish. If we want to change this trajectory, it requires more than just condemning Rich Lux. It demands a collective reckoning, a reevaluation of what we value, what we reward, and who we choose to elevate. Because ultimately, a society that rewards cruelty and exploitation is one on a dangerous, destructive course. So what do? We refuse to give monsters like Rich Lux a platform. We demand accountability from creators and platforms alike. We support kindness, empathy, and respect for human dignity. Because no number of fake followers or paid publicity can erase the damage done when suffering is exploited. To the man at Houston's Galleria, whatever you're going through, stealing is not the answer. There are better paths, better ways to find help and hope. To Rich Lux, instead of exploiting others, maybe it's time to get a real job and stop hiding behind fake followers and hateful content. To everyone watching, let this be a reminder that respect, kindness, and responsibility must come before clout and clicks. If you agree, please like this video, comment below with your thoughts, and subscribe to support content that calls out cruelty and promotes real change. Thank you for listening. Let's choose better. Let's be better.